Here. Hey YouTubers, if you like what you see, make sure you click subscribe below. We're in week 7 of our Thursday night triple threat, and once again, I'll be singing karaoke, so stay tuned for that.
Yeehaw!
In a world where losing in your fantasy football league isn't an option, we present to you Triple Coverage Podcast.
Coming to you live from TCP Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada, Jay Up and James Up are your co-hosts for everything fantasy football related. So sit back, crack a cold one, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to Triple Coverage Podcast. It is week 7 of our Thursday night triple threat episode. We are going to preview tonight's game, I should say, against the Kansas City Chiefs and Denver Broncos, and we will also be reviewing last week's Thursday game between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants with a little karaoke in the middle.
Yeah, again.
Once again.
It seems like it's karaoke every time.
I am your co-host, Jay Up, and you can find me on Twitter at TripleCodeJ, here with my co-host, my brother James.
Whoa.
And you can find him on Twitter at TripleCodeJames.
This is our first back-to-back win of the season after it took 6 full weeks, and we finally got a back-to-back winner.
Well, yeah, the reverse jinx was very hard with you.
Yeah.
You already guaranteed a win, and I said it's not over yet. Not guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Yep.
And how did it end up?
You would do the same thing.
Because Golden Tate, the defender, fell down, and he had a 65-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is exactly what we said. We said, how the hell are the Giants going to score? And I said, it's going to be some kind of a broken play, which, guess what? A fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then defender falls down with Golden Tate.
And the game finds its way to go over. Barely. You know what I mean? So that's what happens. I mean, you have this New England Patriots defense is not giving up anything to anyone. So once I found out I had 2 Giants on my team, I was a little upset. Actually, no, I had 1 Giant, Daniel Jones. I was forced into. I had Sony Michel and Edelman, but Daniel Jones ended up having 3 interceptions and threw for 161 yards. So it wasn't him that won for me. That's for damn sure. It was just all my guys played decently. Edelman went over 100 yards. I think he had 9 catches for 113 on 15 targets. Outside of him, who does the New England Patriots have left at the wide receiver position? I know they're going to lean kind of on James White moving forward, but they lost 2 tight ends during that game.
Right.
They lost Josh Gordon in that game. The whole entire receiving corps seems to be banged up. Who's left?
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen is like the rich get richer, and so it just so happens that at this time, as of today, N'Keal Harry is back at practice, and he's going to be activated off the IR as soon as he's cleared. So it's like as soon as they start getting some injuries, guess what? N'Keal Harry's coming back, and now all of a sudden you watch, he'll come back and be that shot in the arm that helps them go forward.
I know the team's 6-0, and I know the New England Patriots are going to be in the at least competing for the Super Bowl or close to the Super Bowl at the end of the season. But how easy can their schedule get? Like I'm not a hater on New England. I'm not a hater either. But I don't hate Tom Brady. But I'm having discussions with people at work that are New England Patriot fans, and I'm like, look, I'm not talking bad about them. I still think they're a good team. They're a great team. But if you look at who they've beaten this season, it's like, are they really that good of a 6-0 team? Like, when are they going to play the better matchups? They played Pittsburgh with a hurt Ben Roethlisberger. Then they played Miami, the Jets without Darnold. At Buffalo was their one good, hard competition game, and they barely won 16-10. Then they play Washington. Then they play the Giants. And then now they play the Jets again. Then they play a struggling Cleveland team. So the first 8 weeks of the season, you have one tough game for the Super Bowl defending champions that are there every year. How is their schedule that easy? The 8 games out of the 16 are gimmies.
The thing that sucks for them is because now, clearly they're everybody's Super Bowl pick, because you look at the team that was going to compete against them this year, and we said the Indianapolis Colts with Andrew Luck.
Right.
Andrew Luck's gone, so they're not going to be a competition to the Patriots. And the Kansas City Chiefs. And right now, the Chiefs can't stop anybody on defense. Nobody.
I still think the dark horse is still the Texans. Has a chance. If the Texans can stay healthy, which they haven't for their entire ever. Lamar Miller's already down, but usually it's Will Fuller. Then it's Hopkins for a few weeks, and then Deshaun Watson might get banged up. Like, there's always injuries on that team. If they can just play how they've been playing, I think they could definitely give them a run for their money in the playoffs.
Yeah, that would be the only team, and to me, if I'm the New England Patriots, they don't scare me whatsoever.
No, they don't scare me, but at least they're there. Sterling Shepard and Golden Tate moving forward, who would you rather have? Just this season.
at this point in this season, I'd probably have Tate because he seems like he's the go-to guy. They put him right back in the slot, and now Sterling Shepard getting his second concussion. They said it's a multiple week injury because it's his second concussion of this season.
Total combined record of the teams that the New England Patriots have played, Jay, so far, 10-23. 10-23, and 4 of those wins are from the Buffalo Bills.
I wish
if you took that away, they're 6-22.
I wish I could have picked the Patriots as one of my picks last week instead of instead of my running back or receiver.
Oh yeah,
Tom Brady, New England Patriots defense, and somebody else.
Oh, the Patriots D? Yeah, that'd be nice. Hey, you could. There's nothing against it, I guess.
I should have.
Giants fall to 2-4. I still think their offense looks better with Daniel Jones than it did with Eli Manning. Saquon Barkley, if he does return week 7, it's a pretty damn good game to return to that he gets to play the Arizona Cardinals in New York. Saquon Barkley might run for 150 yards. So
that very well may be the case.
Even with that shoddy offensive line, you never know. Anything else you want to add to this game? Anything that stood out to you? Sony Michel had a really good game. 22 carries for 86 yards. 20-something, I think 26 of those came on the very last carry of his game. I thought that I needed that one for the win, but I think I'd already gotten it for the Thursday night bet. There was a little stat about Rex Burkhead being out and Sony Michel's usage. I'm trying to find here. If I find it, I'll let you know.
Yeah, Burkhead 22 for 86 isn't a very good yards per carry average. I just don't know what the deal is with him this year. They actually got him 3 targets, which is, I think, the most they've had this year as far as giving him targets. But I just wasn't impressed with his running. Like, against a team that he should have been able to run all over with the Giants, he just looks like a guy.
Yeah, I can't find the stat, so I don't know what to tell you. But Sony Michel is running the ball a lot without Rex Burkhead there. Let's just say that.
But not doing very much with it.
So Jay lost by about, 10? 9?
Once a game. Yeah, a little bit under 10.
So let me go and cue this up. What song are you going to sing for the people out here?
I'm going to do a little Kelly Clarkson ditty.
Oh, okay.
Since You've Been Gone.
Little diddle?
Yeah, and I'm going to change the words to it. And this is going to be to Josh Gordon, who basically effed me because he had 1 target, 1 catch, hurt his knee, not heard from again.
Is he out for a while or what?
He's questionable next week. He's not. They said it wasn't like a season-ending injury. He's questionable.
All right. Well, Kelly Clarkson, since you've been gone,
let's try and get it in one take this week, which would be better than last week.
Yeah, I thought last week you were gonna fix the YouTube. You just threw it up anyway.
I tried.
Yeah. Did you? Didn't sound like it. Starting.
Thursday night, we picked our teams. It was cool, or so it seems. Yeah. Since I picked wrong, I'm dedicated, I took the time. Week 6 is when I called you mine. Yeah. Guess I was wrong. And all I ever hear them say is remember 2013. But you'll never hear me say, because I picked wrong, I have lost for the 3rd time. So I'm moving on, yeah. Thanks to you, now James gets what he wants. Since I picked wrong, how can I put it, you fool Tom? I even fell for that stupid long bomb. Yeah. Guess I picked wrong. How come we've never heard you say, I'll repeat my Pro Bowl year? I guess you never felt that way. Because I picked wrong, I have lost for the 3rd time. So I'm moving on, yeah. Thanks to you, now James gets what he wants. Since I picked wrong, you had your chance, you blew it. Hurt your knee, out of the game. Shut your mouth, I just can't take it. Again and again and again and again.
Since you picked wrong.
There you go.
That was nice.
One take, I like that a lot better.
I'm hoping that doesn't blow out your speakers there in the middle of the since you've been gone there. So, punishment served. I'll allow it. Let's see if we can get 3 in a row here because I'm feeling pretty good about this game as well. Let's move on to week 7.
Thanks, Josh Gordon, by the way.
Josh, thank you, sir. But even if he didn't go out, for him to get you 10 more points is asking a lot. But yeah, you had 1 catch.
From
7.
Josh Gordon? That's not unreasonable.
When has he gotten 10 this season, has he?
I'm just saying, like, that's not unreasonable. It's not like it's far-fetched.
Oh, I don't think it's unreasonable, but it's okay. All right.
How about this? How about if he stays in the game, maybe Julian Edelman doesn't get 15 targets? How about that?
That would be more of a play. You should have sang about maybe Julian Edelman getting too many targets.
I complained about Josh Gordon getting 1 target and then getting hurt and going out of the game, which got me basically nothing.
Yeah,
1.7.
He should have had 0. That moves us to Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Kansas City is 4-2 now, losing 2 in a row. Last week losing to the Texans. And the Denver Broncos are 2-4. Chiefs are favored by 3 points, and the over/under is 49. One interesting thing I wanna see is the running back situation for Kansas City, and the other thing I want to see is a running back situation for Denver. So both running backfields, I would love to see how this breaks down. I'm very confused about Kansas City's side of the ball because week 5. Damian Williams, Jay, played 56% of the snaps and had 86% of the running back touches in week 5. Week 6, Damian Williams played 38% of the snaps only and handled only 15%. So what did Damian Williams do to go from 56% of the snaps to 38 and 86% of the touches to 15?
He did something that you can't trust him anymore. Like, I'm officially, like, you can't trust putting him in your lineups.
No, hell no. Yeah.
Like, and that's the sad thing about it is that him coming off injury off those 2 weeks and seeing him get almost 90% of the carries, you're like, okay, well, clearly it's a committee still, but he's the lead guy in the committee. Now, I don't even think he's the lead guy. I think it's going to be a game-by-game basis. They even threw in Darrell Williams in there a little bit, which they didn't in the last game.
And they were throwing deep downfield. They threw him 2 times, like, deep downfield.
I just don't understand what they're doing as far as Kansas City's running back. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, the Chiefs wide receivers on the other side, on the other end of it is with Hill back, his first game back. Demarcus Robinson played 50 snaps and he had 4 targets. Byron Pringle played 34 snaps and had 3 targets. McCole Hardman, 32 snaps, 4 targets. So it looks like Hardman and Pringle are kind of fighting for that 3rd receiver slot, and it looks like Demarcus Robinson is the 2nd receiver to Tyreek Hill at this moment with Sammy Watkins banged up. And obviously, if Sammy Watkins comes back, that's definitely pushing Pringle and Hardman into the unplayable category unless they catch a long touchdown, and it's going to be Demarcus Robinson as a 3, Watkins a 2, Tyreek Hill as a 1. They also, Texans last week, Jay, held Pat Mahomes to -4 passing yards in the fourth quarter. What's going on there? -4 passing yards, guys. I said that.
I'm telling you, he doesn't look the same since he kind of tweaked his ankle. Like, it looks like he's not as confident. Like, he doesn't look like Patrick Mahomes. He looks like just a regular quarterback. And I'm not saying that you're benching Mahomes for any reason. He's still a top 5 guy the rest of the season. But let's face it, he hasn't looked the same since he hurt his ankle 2 weeks ago.
I agree.
So it kind of worries me a little bit because now we've seen 2 games. We saw the Indianapolis game where he looked like he was not himself. And then just this last week against Houston where he just didn't look like himself. It also doesn't help that their defense is playing so bad right now. They're worse than last year's defense. I thought they would be a little bit better with some of the acquisitions they made. But you can tell they're missing guys on that defensive line. Their secondary is not good. And so they're having to play catch up with kind of a banged up Mahomes. And you, like I said, the whole team is kind of banged up because LaShawn McCoy has been in and out. Damian Williams in and out. Tyreek Hill just came back. Now Sammy Watkins is out. So they need to get healthy on the offensive side of things before I'm fully trusting this team.
Well, I'm definitely not giving up on them yet. They still are 4-2, and they're the best competition that New England's going to face probably in the AFC, them and the Texans. My bold prediction before the season started was that Pat Mahomes would throw for 35 touchdowns or less. He is on pace right now for 37 touchdowns at the end of the season.
We definitely saw some regression coming there because 50 touchdowns is just unsustainable from a year to year, and he's hitting a tough stretch. So because now he's turning around, now you're playing Denver, who has, I think, the number 4 pass defense in the NFL.
Just saying that they're only giving up 196 yards through the air. So this is their strong point is defending the pass, and Kansas City is first in passing yards, 350 yards a game. So 350 they're getting, but Denver's only giving up 196. What's going to happen here? Does he throw for like right in the middle, like 260? And
I think Mahomes will have a good game, but I would have liked it a lot better if he was 100% healthy. I think that's what would be the matchup to be watching is 100% healthy Mahomes versus this pass defense. If he gets hit or gets his ankle rolled up on again in this game,
yeah, he needs to take a week of rest. And I think that this might be it. A shortened week on Thursday Night Football. I don't know how you do this. I mean, but he's going to need a week to rest somewhere in here. And being on I think they're hoping to get through this game to give him that 10-day rest before the next game. Because when's their bye week?
That I don't know. You look that up really fast, but I tell you right now that Mahomes is beating you more than one way in his career. He's got the cannon arm with accuracy, and he's also his feet. Like he's not like running for a bunch of yards like Lamar Jackson, but he gets out of the pocket and he scrambles around, buying himself time, buying his receivers time to get open. So when he does that, he's on his A game. But when he's like kind of relegated to the pocket, it makes him more one-dimensional. And he's still a stud quarterback. I'm not saying that he's not. But it makes him a little more one-dimensional when they know he's not going to run out of the pocket and run for a bunch of yards.
Yeah, he only has one interception on the year so far, which is pretty damn good still. We're not saying that he's terrible here, but they don't have a bye week, Jay, till week 12.
Yeah,
like
so
they're nowhere near.
Week 12.
He's not getting any rest. So that's just a scary thing to be in his position with the ankle injury, and now you're giving up back-to-back losses. Is it really worth it putting him in here in this position in a shortened week with a bad ankle, coming off back-to-back losses? Why not just give him the week rest now, get him a very long week because you have the Thursday night all the way into the next Sunday. It gives him 10 days rest. I would think that they would be a lot better off, but
the problem is with it though is that it's a division game, and these are games you need.
But they're 2-4. They're 2. Denver's 2-4. The Chargers are garbage. They're 2-4. Who are they playing against?
But here's my point though with that really fast.
Oakland 3-2.
No, they're not playing Oakland. But my point is that if the Chiefs don't take this game seriously in this division game, now you're say 4-3, and Denver is now 3-4, not only one game back. And if Oakland wins against Green Bay, they could jump into first place.
But you know Oakland's not going to be there at the end of the season.
I understand, but they don't want that kind of position to be in, I don't think. They have to play him in this game.
So let's say Mahomes does play in this game and they still lose somehow. They're only favored by 3 points, so this game could go either way. It's 3.5 or 3, depending on where you get it at.
If I can get it at 3.5, I love Denver.
That's what I'm saying. Hook. So let's just say Denver squeaks out the game with Mahomes playing. Now, not only does he not get any rest, but you're still 4-3 in the same position. So I don't know. I think that can go either way for me. I don't know. Anything else?
Chiefs should win this game, but I do love the Broncos if you're getting that extra hook.
Yeah.
They're 3-0 against the spread the last 3 games. Denver is. Yeah. So I like Denver at home getting 3.5 points. Over under 49.
They're 3-0 against the spread last 3 games?
I'm sorry. 2-3 for the season. I'm sorry.
Right.
I read that wrong.
I was about to say, because they only have 2 wins, so that would be tough.
My bad. 2-3 against the spread for the season, but they've won the last 2 in a row, right?
Correct.
Okay. So the over under though was 49. To me, that seems kind of high. In a game where Denver's defense is actually playing really well.
Is it snowing in Denver yet?
No. And you have a banged up.
It did. Like last week it snowed. So I'm wondering what the weather's going to be like there.
Well, it is a night game.
Before we move on here, let me go ahead and check that right quick.
It is a night game too, so it will be dark when they start this game.
Because Chris O that we work with was in Denver and he sent a picture and it was snowing, and that was last week.
During the day, though, right now, like today, it's 80 degrees.
Yeah, Thursday in Denver, the low is 41, but the high is 81. It's actually the warmest day of that entire week, so I like the over.
Boom.
I like the over. I'm sorry. I'll take Kansas City Chiefs in the over.
All right. Do you want to say our guys we have?
Yeah.
Picks of the thing?
So Jay lost again. He gets a first pick again, and he took Pat Mahomes, and then he got Cortland Sutton and Royce Freeman. Surprisingly, no one took Travis Kelce. James, took Joe Flacco, Phillip Lindsay, Tyreek Hill. So I'm hoping that everything Mahomes throws is to Hill and not Kelce. That'll bail me out. But on the flip side of it, I have Flacco, and he took Sutton. So now I guess I have to hope that Emmanuel Sanders does play, and he is relevant because I don't see him throwing to anybody else but maybe Noah Fant or Phillip Lindsay. So yeah, if Flacco throws a touchdown to Phillip Lindsay through the air, I should win this.
Well, I'll tell you
That's
right
the
now,
only chance I have.
I'm hoping that Flacco throws it to Sutton, a deep one.
Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Whoa, that was a shaky spin. Can't see it. Hang on. Ooh, okay. Shot of hot sauce. I can do that one.
Finally lands on something different.
I'll tell you what. After eating that chocolate bar, a shot of hot sauce, of whatever the hottest sauce is you can possibly find, is just not that bad to me. That thing ruined my stomach for like 2.5 hours. And I had, not to get gross, but I didn't have a solid poop for about 2 days. Like it shredded the inside of my stomach.
The green apple splatters?
I don't even know what it was. I think I saw my lower intestine come out one time.
I mean, I'm okay with hot sauce. I actually like hot sauce, so I mean, I know it'll be ridiculously hot, but
We're gonna do a double shot of hot sauce, okay?
double shot of love.
Double shot of hot sauce, the winner's choice. Whatever you want. If you want to go to the store and buy something specific, that's fine with me too.
Yeah, because I think that right now I don't have anything that's like overly hot at home.
Oh no, I'll be purchasing something if I have to, but that would be 3 losses in a row. We all know it's very impossible to beat the same guy or the same team 3 times. So
I can guarantee that you're probably going to take this. I mean, you're going to take this one for sure. 3 in a row.
Oh yeah, Flacco, Lindsey, and Hill.
Yeah,
versus Mahomes.
Because the Chiefs defense is so bad. Like Lindsey's going to be over 100 yards. You know that. That's why I had to take Royce Freeman. I don't want to take a Kansas City Chiefs running back because they're not playing well on the offensive side.
Okay.
So I take Royce Freeman because you took Lindsey. Lindsey's going to be the difference here because if Flacco throws it to Sutton, it kind of cancels each other out. But if Lindsey runs for over 100 yards, you got this game in the bag.
I disagree because Mahomes throws to everybody. It could be Sammy Watkins if he plays. It could be Pringle. It could be Kelsey. It could be DeMarcus Robinson. It could be LaShawn McCoy out of the backfield. Like they throw to everybody.
It's
so
Tyreek Hill.
Please. Oh yeah, it's Tyreek
All right,
Hill.
you ready to crack it?
Let's crack it.
Let's crack.